shut up now. We are live, boys and girls! What's going on, boys? What's going on, gals? Today, we are live streaming on my GM. And I am the GM of the Charlotte Hornets.
Wow.
Believe it or not. So we're going to go to player retirements right now. And the champions of last year was indeed the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to player retirements at this moment. Vince Carter finally retires at 1,005 years old. Jamal Crawford retired. Pau Gasol, Kyle Korver, Nene, Jose Calderon, Marco Bellinelli. A what simulation? Yeah, you should. Channing Frye, a.k.a. a 2016 NBA champ with, indeed, the Cleveland Cavaliers. A 7-foot...
suck, bro. Colin Sexton's ass. That's what the opposite of me would say.
Alright. Well, anyway, Channing Frye is indeed the height of 7 foot 0 inches. What?
You ever wonder if you're going? You know that guy from like the Spanish?
VHL Central.
Yeah, and there's the bowling pin guy, and he's like, he kind of talks like that one guy.
Adam Silverhead ass bitch.
Yeah, and he kind of like, let's say the Spanish alphabet. Say it with me.
You can like.
Bay. Say.
Alright, staff retirements.
Che.
Bob Weiss, 30 years in the league for the Denver Nuggets. Dan Burke and Dwayne Casey is in retirement. Hello, cheese. Hall of Fame inductees. Of course, why wouldn't you add Vince Carter? We're on a team governor's house. July 4th.
La Familia.
Saturday. Hey, Flight. Was hoping I could pick up your brain on some of the proposed rule changes for next season.
Pick on your brain.
Of course. What rules are we talking about here? Well, one of the things they're talking about is instating implement a possession arrow rule to be used in place of jump balls after the opening take. What do you think about that? A possession arrow rule?
That fucking hair, bro.
I guess we can agree with everything. That makes a ton of sense to me. I think it's the right move. Thanks for the input. I'll keep that in mind.
Fucking go for it.
Well, shut the fuck up, you fat cunt. Anyway, well, one of the things they're talking about is instating opposing teams will enter the bonus after 4 team fouls have been committed in a single quarter. What do you think about that? That makes a ton of sense to me. I think it's the right move. Thanks for the input. I'll keep that in mind.
Chuck some wood.
Well, one of the things they're talking about is instating increase the shot clock to 45 seconds. What do you think about that? I hate that. No. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should vote to reject that. Thanks for the input. I'll keep that in mind. Well, one of the things they're thinking about is instating draft lottery, revert to system used in 2018. Worst team has a 25% chance at the number 1 pick.
No.
What do you think about that?
No. That's gonna cause chaos.
That makes a ton of sense to me. I think it's the right move.
No.
Thanks for the input. I'll keep that in mind.
We're just gonna
Once again, well, one of the things they're thinking about is instating draft lottery. The top 2 picks are done through the lotto. Remaining picks are determined by team record. What do you think about that? Disagree? I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should vote to reject that. Thanks for the input. I'll keep that in mind. Cool, well, thanks for your time. Rule changes are a big deal in this league, and I value your opinion here. Okay. Rejected every freaking thing, cuh. I was springing in here. Who the hell actually agreed with that? That's cringe. Anyway, yeah. The draft lottery. What pick are we getting today, boys?
None of them.
We are oh my god! We're projected number 1 pick, baby girl.
How? Are you the worst team?
Yeah, I guess the Hornets were the worst in the league.
Wow, good job.
Yeah, I went to the Hornets. That's perfect. Dude, we finally get the best player in the league, huh?
Alright, you got fired.
I think I auto-generated players. So it's gonna be like Poopy Patterson. for the first pick, probably.
Dude.
Alright. Well, we're waiting for the Hornets pick. Here we go. You just wait. Actually, we're skipping this. I'm not waiting.
Dude, that kind of looks like a woodchuck too.
Dude, we're actually the first pick. Let's go.
Don't fuck it up.
I'm not selling, Cuh. We get the first pick. If we actually sell... Team Governor's House, here we go.
Dude,
July
you're
7th.
gonna get like the worst player in the draft.
Shut up. Our scouting reports are sloppy at best.
Hey, it's
I
the Gopher
need
guy again.
you to go and hire a better head scout. Sure, I can go get the best of the best. Good, our current scout just doesn't cut it. I've been thinking on it, and I think a coach with a coaching legend badge would really inspire the team, like Flight and Curry. Sure, I know just the person. Great, I look forward to seeing the coach you manage to get. Miss Krantz's husband. Who are we gonna get as a coach? We need a CFO and we need a head coach. Actually, we fucking need Gregory Popovich. Meeting room with Greg Popovich. I think you know why you're here, Greg. So I'll get right to it. I would love to make you the head coach of the Charlotte Hornets. This is so unrealistic. I swear to God.
Say Gregory.
Here, let's do it again. I think you know why you're here, Gregory. So I'll get right into it. I would love to make you the head coach of the Charlotte Hornets. For how crazy that might seem, it might be true. I'm honored to be considered, Floyd. Is there anything you want to talk about before we talk terms? I don't see any reason to delay things. Let's start talking terms, Gregory Popovichian. I think it's worth the $7.05 million on a 4-year deal. Okay, this better work. I just don't have the budget to pay you $7.05 million, Gregory. I love you though. Would you be willing to have some red wine with me?
$1.5 billion for $7 million. Yeah, you're
Yeah, fuck this. We're going 0-82, nigga. Appreciate the offer, but I'm going back to the Spurs, you fuckface. Alright, well that definitely failed. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna get Nicholson. Jack Nicholson, aka the Lakers superfan.
Looks like he's an abusive coach.
We're going out to eat, boys. Out to eat with the boys.
So do
I'll get right into it, Mr. Nicholson.
So do you kill your players?
I'd like to offer you a position as this UFO of the Charlotte, alien hornets. I don't know. I'm scared around new people.
That's funny.
I'm honored to be considered, Flight. Is there anything you want to talk about before we talk terms?
Are you a predator?
Are you a predator? I mean... I don't want you to be my head coach. You're very abusive. Oh wait, he's not even the head coach. Oops, that was all.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. We'll get the worst one. We're gonna go 0-82. Timothy Malone.
What happened trying?
Dude, this is... Oh, I don't give a shit anymore. Alright, Timothy! Let's get right into it. I want you to make you the CFO of the Hornet, baby. I'm honored to be considered, Flight. Is T here anything you want to talk about before we talk terms?
Very funny. Very funny. I laughed.
I don't see any reason to delay things. Let's start talking terms. I deal. We can make that work. That's a bad offer. I'll back you. Okay.
That's a bad offer from the worst person.
Yeah, literally.
And that's
And I'm gonna make him like speak the worst English and shit. That should be fun. Alright, let's go. Wait, okay. Gregory Papa. We're gonna get the worst coach too. Oh my god, but you need a head coach too. This is gonna be like the funniest shit.
Dude, it's gonna be so funny.
Alright, David Ellis. A million times worse than Taylor. Alright, David, let's get right into it. I want to make you the head coach of the Charlotte Hornets. That's definitely something I'm interested in. Should contract? I don't see any reason to delay things. Let's start talking terms. I think 7 on deal dot walks away. Dude, I have to do this. I just don't think. What? How can you not afford the worst coach in the league? So we literally can't afford it. We won't have a head coach. Well, it looks like we're screwed this season.
Didn't he only want you to choose like a scout or something?
Nah, I don't give a fuck. Actually, we'll advance. Oh, let's go. We ended up signing both of them. Let's go.
Cool.
We're actually excited for signing the worst coach in the league.
We got the worst coach and the worst.
Advance. Oh my god. Sign. How's the governor?
You failed the task already. Good job.
Oh, I don't give a
You
shit.
failed the task in 2 hours.
So, you didn't get someone with the coaching legend badge. I'm sorry. It seemed like a bad move to hire purely based on a badge, so I held off. It's not your call to make, though. I'm very frustrated. Fuck you! I'm the king of the Hornets, bitch! We're going out to eat. Dude, I want to talk to MJ. That'd be funny. I'm just going flying everywhere. Got some bad news, flight. We gave Giovanni DeLuca a full physical, and it looks like he may have some chronic injury to his back. I know you like the K, but this makes him undraftable as far as I'm concerned. Alright, well thanks for the info, Charles. I'll certainly take it into consideration. I should drop the worst player.
You're gonna sign the best player. I ain't gonna sign.
Dude, you know what? I'm drafting the worst possible player. Lonnie, right? Oh, this is just look into it.
That's the draft combined.
We're going to the draft, boys. Dude, this should be hella fun. We're
Uh,
going to meeting room July 17th. I think Brad easily. PF is our guy in this draft.
Alright, Einstein.
I'm going to try to get us in a position to grab him. He's got a ton of ability. That's great. I think he's going to be an all-star. Oh, I should act like a nerd.
Yeah, very funny.
Welcome to the 2020 NBA draft.
Welcome
The
to
Charlotte
2020
Hornets.
NBA draft.
Way too much spinach. All right, let's get the
The
worst.
Charlotte Hornets are on the draft.
All right, we're getting the worst possible player. Why? We're getting question mark. It literally is a question mark. All right, we're getting this guy. Shannon Atkins from Connecticut University.
Shannon Atkins from Connecticut.
Dude, we can't even like. Sending.
Dude, it's fucking Will Smith.
All right, let's do it. Oh, we're the 49th pick. All right, we're getting the worst possible pick again. Dude, this is. I'm gonna get fired in like 5 years. I mean now.
Charles Harper.
Question mark. He's literally a question mark. His overall's a question mark. That's when you know you fucked up. Charles Harper from Ohio State. The new Obi Toppin.
Ohio State, you're from Dayton.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you say.
Shut your mouth.
Obi Toppin.
Dude, you're shut your mouth, I swear.
No, I'm Dylan. Nice to meet you.
Your mouth.
Alright.
Your mouth hole. Let's continue to shut the fuck up.
Shut your bitch ass up. Yeah, that's probably it.
Dude, Mark
We're back on the clock.
Mark pisses me off for some
Let's go.
reason.
We're gonna get a question mark overall. Anders Swevenson? Who the hell is this? From Sweden.
That guy's swag.
He's 221 pounds. He's fat as fuck. I don't even know his position. I just drafted him. Oh, he's small forward.
Watch him turn into a goat.
Yeah, everyone turns into a goat. I gotta get fired. Jackson Hudson from Ohio State University.
No one cares.
Yeah, we'll just go to the end because we have no other picks. Dude, I'm about to get fucking cursed at. I'm about to go. People gonna go off on me.
Hey, look, it's Jiren.
Rookie signing. We're signing all these bitches.
Is that a 69 overall?
Oh god. Trust -5. Oh god.
Oh no, Tristan.
Why didn't you pick Brett Easley? PF.
Powerful.
I almost pulled the trigger, but I think we might have made the right call in the end. Hope you're right. Dun dun da da. You know how fat people like make the cringiest videos of all time? They're like da da da. You can clearly hear them breathing in the background. Okay, anyway. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Devontae Graham, we're getting rid of him. Caleb Martin, he looks like shit. Yeah.
Devontae Graham Cracker.
We're gonna go all the way to the advance to next season because we don't. Hell yeah.
Dude, I know why you agreed to have the draft lottery have first pick 25% now.
Why?
Because this is what you're doing.
Really? I didn't even expect that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't give a fuck about no Jaden McDaniels. Is it?
You're tanking, bro.
I don't give a crap.
It's already pretty trash. You tanking.
Before starting the next season, all teams must have at least 14 players ready to suit up. You may always sign a free agent to a minimum of $928K if necessary. Do you want to have players signed for all teams with incomplete rosters? Yes.
Sure.
Alright, well, build a big three, trust -15, blah blah blah, -13, -13. Well, we're starting off really shitty. That's a good thing, obviously.
Sure.
So let's take action. Pricing. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, we're gonna make
Eat 30 songs.
We're gonna make tickets hella expensive. For one person, it's gonna be the most expensive you'll ever get. For each person, it's gonna be like $300. Nah, we'll make it 400.
How far can you go?
$405, and
Seriously?
parking's gonna be hella expensive.
How expensive can you make the tickets?
Dude, we're gonna literally get fired. Applying. So $405 and $91.
Are those the maxes?
Yeah. It's $91 for parking, and then $405
Press
for
right trigger. There's more stuff. There's like food and shit.
merchandise.
You gotta max everything out. Oh yeah, you only have a few actions.
Yeah, I don't even think I can save this.
Oh yeah, you can change. You press A once you're done.
Play change.
Dude, $730.
Alright, we're gonna make hot dogs hella expensive. $15.20 for a fucking hot dog. Soda's gonna be expensive as shit too. Ice cream's gonna be like $400. Burgers, oh shit, that's going up to 20. Yep.
2020.
Coffee's gonna be freaking $1 million. Water's gonna be $1 million too. So we're gonna be the most hated franchise in NBA history. Restaurants are gonna be like $51. Ooh, and that's it. Let's go. Alright, so we are now probably gonna get fired before we even play a game. Which is great. You see,
It's lit.
not social media. Roster. PJ Washington's our best player. That looks like a pretty decent roster if you ask me.
You gotta do.
Alright, new task from head coach. Let's do it. Parking lot.
You can't just have Bourne like trade PJ Washington for like the worst player in the league. But you could do like it'd be funny to like trade it, just like do like a semi-realistic trade, but it was just like still really stupid. Like if you did like PJ Washington.
Why people actually thought it was serious?
Yeah, PJ Washington and like a first round pick for like Alex Russo, and, like freaking 5 G League players or something. I don't know.
Okay, anyway. So I know we're in a bit of a rebuild here, so I think we should get more draft picks over the coming years. What do you think?
Literally trade the entire team for one first round pick.
I don't know if that's the right call for this roster. I don't want to hurt our playoff odds to stack up picks. Dude, I literally said we're gonna make the playoffs. Like how? The end goal is winning it all. I just want to see us get there. We should flip one of our expirings for some assets. Let's move either Joakim Noah or Dwayne Dedman. Dude, honestly, I've never. Yeah, we're just gonna end this. Blah blah. Alright. I'm thinking of doing something really impressive.
Like what?
I don't know. I might actually do it continue the stream, but I might actually like just do a fantasy draft, straight up simulation.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Give her a random.
Getting rid of random.
Alright, now we're gonna
Wow.
league expansion and we're gonna should we start an off season?
Ow,
No.
ow, 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 ow,
Baltimore Barons are gonna be a team. So we can actually see this on the TV too. If we want. Pittsburgh will be a team. Where's my thing? Can't see shit.
Where is your thing?
Oh, it's right here.
Ah, there it is.
HDMI chip mute.
Mute. What the hell's me? Oh, am I even live or no?
I thought that LeBron was SpongeBob for some reason.
There we go.
LeBron
I like how it
usually
says
looking
Sims 4
SpongeBob,
live stream,
really.
and it's not even Sims 4. Well, anyway, we're live. Stop, dude.
Oops.
Grow the fuck up.
Grow the fuck up.
You act like my hat's a toy, like you're 5 years old.
I
Apparently.
dropped it.
You were spinning around.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Just stop saying
Like a rocket, baby. I'm a seahorse.
Kansas City. Be a team.
Kansas City Rockets. Humongous Rockets.
Please stop. Alright, anyway, Vancouver will be a team, and then the San Diego Surf will be a team.
Whose team was called the Humongous Rockets.
Alright.
There's like team choices, and one of them, or there was like an adjective, and then there was a noun, and there was an adjective for humongous, and then a noun for rockets, and so his team was called the Humongous Rockets.
Amazing. Yeah.
Very funny.
We're gonna actually
comedy.
we're gonna do the draft today. You're weird.
I am weird. I'm also leaving.
Thank you, please.
I will. Can't leave without getting Willow pillow like this.
Alright, well anyway, this whole draft is gonna be automated. Thank you. Alright. Here we go. Giannis is a Laker. Luka Doncic is on the Blazers. James Harden is on the Celtics. Anthony Davis is on the Mavs. Kevin Durant is on the Raptors. LeBron is on the Bulls. Kawhi is on the Knicks. Curry is on the Magic. Damian Lillard's on the Grizzlies. Trae Young's on the Spurs. Nikola Jokic is on the Nuggets. The odds of that. Kyrie's on the Nets. Again, oh, like usual. Karl Anthony Towns on the Cavs. Embiid on the Heat. We're just going to simulate this whole thing. See what happens. Alright. Tyson Chandler was the last overall pick. And Jared Dudley was the last pick. Oh, he's picked by Lakers. Alright. Let's check and see like the best team in 2K. Auto-generate rookies. So the Sixers actually still have Ben Simmons, but they also have CJ McCollum. Actually, we're gonna check like the starting lineups. I don't know how you do that. Coaching game plan. All teams we're gonna start. Wait a sec. How do you get to? Anyway, this is the starting lineup for the Sixers. We got Austin Rivers at the point guard, C.J. McCollum at the two, Ben Simmons at also the point guard. Oh, he actually is playing small forward. Marcus Morris is playing in power forward, and then John Henson at center. And yeah, I don't know. We'll look at it. The roster. This is their team. The Baltimore Barons. We got Brandon Ingram, Marvin Bagley, Bojan Bogdanovic, Brooke Lopez, Markel. We'll see what happens. Donovan Mitchell on the Bucks. Actually, we'll just skip through this. We're gonna actually simulate as the Cavs, my favorite team. We're gonna go through October and we'll see what happens. Cavs don't look good. See what happens, like usual. Currently 1-2. We don't look like a good team at all. Alright. And it's almost the end of October. We're gonna check the standings now. Sixers, 4 Pistons, top 3. And we're actually the 4th seed. Celtics are 5th. Bulls, Heat, Magic, and then we got the Knicks, the Pacers, the Hornets, the Barons, Raptors, Lions, Nets, Bucks, Hawks, Wizards. And then here's the West. I don't know how the Blazers are number 1, but Lakers and Surf are perfect. Surf, okay, I see you. Alright, we're jumping into each game as the Cavs if we make the playoffs. We're going to go to the end of November, see how we do there, and then see if we're going to be a legit playoff contender. If not, no biggie. We're bound to win a championship eventually. We'll see what happens. Alright, we're already in a losing record. Not good. 6-7. We lost 110-99. Tough. The Bulls on national TV, we lost out as well. Pistons, they're top 3, and now all of a sudden we're just losing every game. The Suns, I have no idea who's on that team, but we beat them. The Bucks, we lost to by a lot. So we are a losing team, unfortunately. So that's tough. The Blazers, we lose to. Alright, yeah, we're not good. We're 7-12 at the end of November. Who would be considered the best team right now? The Sixers, of course. Celtics, Magic up there. The Pistons, the Lions are 5th seed. Bulls, Nets, Raptors, Bucks, Heat, Force, Knicks, Pacers, Cavs, Hornets, Hawks, Wizards, Barons, and the Barons are the worst. Nuggets are the worst in the West. As we go up, the Blazers are number 1 in the West. And somehow the Surf are the 4th seed, which is impressive. Who's on the Surf? Dennis Schroeder. I'm guessing Jimmy Butler was their number 1 pick in the draft. Who's on Portland? I think they got Luka. And Giannis was on the Lakers, right? LeBron was on the Bulls. The Bulls are up there somewhere. They're trying. Somehow the Sixers are still pretty good. Alright, we're going to go to at the end of December. See what happens. See if we end up winning. Probably not. We were 7-12 at the end of November. See how we do in December. Gotta remember that. 7-12. Not winning though. Still not winning. Alright, we lost again. 8-16. Lost to Memphis. 8-17. That's tough. Lost to Orlando. Minnesota. We beat them 9-18. We lost to the Barons, an expansion team that's not good. Always tough losing to them. And then we're actually playing at Forest on Christmas Day. Hopefully we win that game. Lost to the Knights. The Force, no. Thunder, we beat them. The Kings, we beat the Kings. All right, at the end of December, we're 12-22, so we were 5-10 overall. That was terrible. We're gonna go standings now. The Pistons are the #1 seed somehow. Who do they even have? John Wall, Bradley Beal. There's no way. How is that even possible? They still ended up managing to become on the same team, but this time it's the Detroit Pistons. Joe Ingles, Al Horford, JaVale McGee. Yeah, they look pretty decent. The Magic, who do they have? Alfred Payton, Deion Waiters. Dude, how is Gallinari the best player on the Magic? Dude, how are they so good? It makes no sense. Anyway, they are 22-11 somehow. The Sixers, Celtics, Nets, Bulls, Raptors, Lions are falling down. Force, Hawks, Knicks, Wizards, Hornets, Bucks, Heat, Pacers, Cavs, and the Barons. Nuggets are just terrible. Thunder, and then we got all these teams. Knights, Surf 18-13. And the Lakers are 27-5 with, you guessed it, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Probably gonna win the championship with them. We're gonna go to the end of January and see what happens. And we're not gonna win anything. See what happens. So. Probably shitty, as always. Probably Chris and Zach. I'm surprised they knew. Or Moby or someone else. Oh, of course, Chris and Moby. Yeah. What about Zach and Kat? So racist. Yeah, I don't think Chris would honestly want to do that. I don't think he'd be interested in that. Respect it. 17-26. It looks like I'm recording at the screen then. Oh shit. Oh, Kate. we're at the end of January now. Obviously, the air conditioning is on, so it's cold as hell now. But we are 20 and 29. That's terrible. Pistons, Magic, Sixers, no doubt top 3 again. And there's actually a lot of teams that are worse than us now. The Heat, Pacers, Barons, and Bucks. Bucks are the worst now. Pelicans and Nuggets always been the worst. And then the best team is the Lakers right now. It's like a no-show. It's like basically all. Actually, what if I just jumped into each Cavs game? Alright. My league has. Alright. I'm actually so bored. Current NBA team. Nah, we're not doing that. It's probably gonna do it. This is probably the shittiest stream I've ever done. I'm actually bored out of my goddamn mind. If anything, I might just do Liddy again. Just why not? Because it's on here. We're just gonna simulate this season. I'm on the Magic. Actually, nah, fuck that. Our goal is to like create a custom team. I don't know, for each person. I don't know. We're gonna do a Cousins one. Alright. We're gonna do a fantasy draft, and then all this shit's gonna be off. We're gonna automize everything. And whoever is good, alright? Knicks have the first pick, good for them. CJ Miles. Alright. Terrence Jones. Exiting the draft. Auto-generate rookies. Alright, the Sixers. Here we go. We're gonna relocate. I don't know. Maybe I should do a full-on YouTube one. Yeah, we're gonna do one. Chris London. That's even a thing. Yeah, no. Alright. We're just gonna do this by scratch. Alright, everything's gonna be Cleveland. Keep branding. It's gonna be the lily. And we'll find something. I guess Lily Lions works. Alright. I feel like we put orange. Orange-ish yellow. And then have black as their back. Alright, I like that. And then their logo can be a lion. Where do we find out that's a cougar? Oh, I love that. There we go. And then they can like collab with China and stuff. That'd be cool. And like China jerseys. Alright, design arena. Oh my god. We have to like make this like actually decent. So we're gonna randomize from 1 to 13. Alright. Arena. Okay, I actually have to randomize. $12. Alright. Wells Fargo Center can work. I'm not gonna fix that. Jumbotron. 1 through 24. 4. Alright, that's gonna work. And we'll just randomize. 3. Alright, there we go. Scorers table. 1 through 5. 1. Alright. ESPN. Gotta have ESPN there. You know what I'm talking about. YouTube, this is why we play. Alright. Turn up the game. And of course, we need the good, juicy stuff. The seating can be like a color like that. Baskets. They don't be like grinding on here. 3. And then that could be like, or yeah, we could have that as a black. I like that. No, we don't need sound effects. Complete. Alright, now the floor, the juicy part of the actual court. Standard parquet. We'll do is parquet. Very dark. Apron. I like that. Outside the key. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, this could be black. Everything. Out of bounds. Yeah, everything in here will be yellow. doesn't have to blend in with background. In the media box, that could be black as well. Yeah, I like this. End of court city name text. Lily. Lion. Could have like a Chinese text to it. No, we have to actually capitalize it. Alright. Alright. I love that. Looks beautiful. Alright, Lily Lions. I like it. Where what if I did this? Lily Lion. Alright. At Lil P. Oh my god, that looks dope! Alright. And obviously, we're going to use our sponsor, Nike. Alright. Looks pretty dope, if you ask me. Alright, now we can do the jerseys. Okay, fuck this. I'm tired as hell. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm still streaming. We could do some reactions if you want. Alright. So, we'll hop on YouTube real quick. If you want to do some reactions, we can. I'm gonna pop my, there we go. Get my fucking hat on. Actually, my hair doesn't look as bad as I thought. Alright. We're gonna react to some YouTube and stuff. Let's get it! Oh. I wanted to see this one. Rescum versus Broatus. That, apparently they 1v1 against each other. I want to see that really bad. Let's get it.
Obi said Brawadas go smoky, bro. I'm 3-0. And I dropped off Rug, so it's going to be a repeat of the past with the brother to brother edition. Strap. Bro, how do you guard that, bro?
I feel like Rescum could actually beat Broatus.
What? Rice called me out and said he's gonna drop me? Let's go!
Anything's possible, honey buns.
This is happening today. It all comes down to this.
I just realized, hold on a sec. Let me stop my stream on the Xbox. Alright. Let's continue. Is that Chug Rug? Are you kidding me? You have to admit, Phase Work definitely is the best cards in the YouTube game. It's like not even a competition. I mean, Omi and the Hellcat's obviously better, but still. Phase Work and just in general. His YouTube content isn't based off cards. I mean, he still has a nice ass collection.
Bro, where'd Brandon go?
I have no idea. Where? I heard he was getting ready.
Where's my brother? Bro, it's the biggest game of his life. Where's this kid at?
Brandon! What the hell are you doing?
Is he eating
Bro.
ice cream?
Bro, what are you
Of course he
doing?
is.
Are you good?
You're 1v1ing Rice Scum. The guy literally just pulled up. He's outside.
Bro, he's outside.
And of course you're lagging, son of a bitch.
Give me the ice cream and put it in my.
It's time to play.
Brandon.
Dude, I always wanted to see this. Is that Jarvis? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rice Gum. In their Phase Mobile. Hey man, shout out to the Phase Clan. They really be working hard on their content, making dope videos every day. I like it. That's what I'm seeing from them.
So do you actually want to put money on it? Because I'm down to bet $100.
Oh yeah, I actually have $100 in the car.
Okay, I'm down, yeah?
Camera, $100.
$100 for
Yeah,
my
that's
brother?
Yeah, $100 on rice.
Okay, okay.
Man, now this is interesting.
This
okay?
is gonna be
now I
intense.
got money in this, mate. Holy.
Hey, Rice, drain this right
Bro,
now.
I have $100 on you.
I got Rice Gum.
Oh man.
Look who decided to pull
Dude, I'm
up.
so excited to see
It's
when
game
this-
time though.
I
Away
actually
game.
got Rice.
Rice called me out a couple weeks ago. He could actually play. I know he could hoop, so I'm like, come down. We'll get that 1v1.
Nah, you're getting
Three-game
fucking
win streak.
destroyed.
So I heard
bro,
he's
honest.
undefeated. He beat Cash. He beat Jesser. He beat Flight. We are playing up to
Dude,
13
Nah,
ones,
bro. I'm actually
and
cheering for Rice Gum, honestly.
twos. We have a little bit of a crowd right here.
Dude.
Today we're courtside.
You know what I'm gonna say, baby. Brawada's all the way. I gotta go with Brandon.
Brandon.
What is? Bro, I got $100 on rice.
Rice, 11-0 skunk, Brandon.
Alright, so listen, hold up. I'm gonna get tired price so we all get one timeout each.
Okay.
And a halftime.
Like I said, Rice.
What's the loser do?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh.
The
Of course.
instigator, Phase Run.
Mistake.
Okay. Winner actually gets to text the loser's ex-girlfriend anything they want. So Rice could text Jackie anything he wants from my phone, or I could grab his phone and text Abby anything that I want.
Do you think that Brandon's a bigger competition than all your other opponents?
Oh, 100%. You know, hey, this is Brawada's now. Come on.
Like I said, Rasim's good.
Freaking
Rasim can play,
Waters,
so it's gonna be a close one. Hey, Rice, you want to shoot for both?
Dude, I'll kill
I
myself
mean,
with
no, I
Brawada's
think you
speech.
should. 'Cause it's your
Rice Gum.
Okay.
Brawada's is a real deal. If he wins this game, he's legit.
Yes. Yo,
Cash
guys,
is
you guys
really-
didn't know it's
I mean,
not 10
like,
feet. It's
Cash
like 9, 10 or
should have
something.
easily
It's broken up.
Rice Gum, but he was being
That's
soft
my
as
excuse.
hell.
It's not 10 feet.
Let's be real.
I'm ready. Rice is ready, and it's time to get the show on the
Dude,
road.
this should be fun.
Let's go, man.
Let's
I was
go!
practicing at this shot.
That's a real 1v1 right here. Dude, Polo FY better cover this in the next few days. Like, this is a real 1v1. This is a huge 1v1. Rice Gum, Rice
Tell
Gum
the crowd
versus
to calm
Brawada's. 1v1 starting now, boys. I think
I
Cash would
can't do
definitely
anything.
react to this too.
Yo, she's locking me up.
Noah,
right
set a pick.
Oh, come on, Rice! I like how Papa Rug's just chilling too. Oh, come on, bro. I actually feel like Brawada's might win this game.
I swear to God, this is crazy.
I want Rice Gum to win, but I think Brawada's will win.
No, this is good. It's an injury timeout. It doesn't count.
Water already? That's like flight type shit right there. He's like, hands over his head like after
I'm
one
injured.
Are you
possession.
serious?
Yeah, no, but I'm gonna play through.
K
Dream
put
Flight's
$100
gonna
on
absolutely
Rice.
pound you, Brawada's. Just
Hey
saying.
K, I feel bad, bro.
Talk your
But,
shit.
hey, your videos have been doing good.
Keep the
so
same. Like, keep the same energy, bud. Dude, why is there like 5 million ads popping up? Alright, let's fucking do it. It's lagging like a bitch. Get it, Rice! Dude, there's like nowhere to shoot in the corner. I would love to see Cash and Blood. I would love to see that shit. Rice for 3!
Oh, that look good.
Yeah, that looked good too. Alright, Brawada's. against FaZe Rug. I mean, Ray Scum. Yeah, I'm the best commentator. Oh, sidestep 3. Oh, shit! Dude, you looking hella good. Dude, I would love to see Bruatis and Cash go at it here. Bruatis looks pretty legit if he wins this game. He's up 4-0 to freaking Ray Scum. Damn. Here we go. Bruatis against FaZe Rug. I mean, why do I keep saying FaZe Rug? It's 5-0. Ray Scum needs to score. Nothing on the board right now. 5-0. 5-0. And Bruatis pulls up again. This time it's off. Ray Scum in the corner for 3. Drills it. 2 for Ray Scum. Ray Scum. He loves taking those deep balls. Oh, the spin, the move. Oh, we should have made that. Come on. Oh, we'd love to see that from Ray Scum.
He's coming back.
Comeback season, boys. They're going to 11, right? Tie game! Yeah! Let's go, Ray Scum. I'm cheering for Ray Scum. Ray Scum spins. Boom. Just like that. 6-0 run, baby. Let's get it. Please stop.
Halftime.
Halftime already. 7-0 run by Ray Scum.
This is crazy right now.
I'm reacting. This is the first time I've seen this one do one. Bruatis and Ray Scum.
How are you feeling?
I know Rice can
Yeah, I
play.
just gave up like 2K.
I'm not surprised. I gotta beat him though.
Rice, how are we feeling over here, man?
Crap or not, right here. I swear, I wouldn't lie. Flying through it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I could fake an injury too.
Get him, Ray Scum. Another ad, of course. 8-5, baby!
6'2" Asian.
Is it first to 11?
6'2", 6'2". Yaga.
Oh, if that would have been big. This is such a huge game for both people. Oh, that was a nice move by Bruatis.
5'9" Middle East, so you know the vibes.
Here we go. Oh, this is for the tie. Bang! It's at an 8. Nice. This is nice one.
That one hurt.
Bro, I was sweating.
Yeah.
Is that 3 or no? Alright. Get him, Ray Scum. Shut the fuck up. Hall of Fame, school shooter, school threat. Ray Scum in the post. Yes. I'm cheering for Ray Scum, like I said before. He beat Cash, Nazi, Jezer, and Flight. And he's about to beat Bruatis too, I hope. You see all that smile, he's not focused like Ray Scum is. Ray Scum about to cross him up and make Bruatis look silly right now. He's like, oh, 5-0, 5-0. He's talking all that smack.
But that works.
Ray Scum. Uh-oh. Oh, that almost went in.
You came into me. Oh, you go? I went straight up. 9-8.
All right, here we go. All right, Ray Scum. Oh my God, he's just pump faking his ass off. He's toying with Bruatis. He's getting rejected. Oh! 10! The best reaction.
Time out.
All right, so
I'm scared, bro. I live with Brandon, so like, hey.
10-8.
is this game point?
Rice is getting down low at will. I gotta stop that. 10-8.
Is it game point?
Oh,
that would have been sick.
Alright, either way, my ball though.
I got fouled.
What? That's a travel.
I got so
And
fouled.
it's so fresh, so
Here,
clean,
replay,
clean at.
replay.
Go ahead,
Get this out of the way. Dude, this is Flight's video. He actually has the ad going on right now. I peed my pants, boys. I I don't think anyone's watching that stream anyway, so fuck everyone.
I think that was a travel. Rice doesn't. Just shoot for it then. Just shoot for it. I'll let him get the early
Oh yeah,
one on
Rice
top.
is pulling off some bullshit. Imagine if he made that. Browatis can tie it right here. He's a good three-point shooter. Almost goes in. Rice with the rebound. The dagger. What are they even going to? That's really pissing me off. Is it his ball? Yep. Tie with the three. Step back. Oh my god. And that's a giant brick. Nothing but brick. Rice scum. Post up. Layup, floater, thing goes. Is that game point? No.
11-8.
What are they going to? 15? 15! 15! Like goes crazy, man. Dude, if Polo doesn't talk about this, oh my god, I feel like I'm a bitch.
Can't shoot that far.
Alright, well, we all know that we found a winner. It's clearly gonna be Rice Gum. Rice Gum, the floater, bang! Dude, Browatis,
Timeout.
he's about to blow a 5-0 lead. Just like Steven blew a 9-2 lead. Remember that?
50.
I'm also gonna be watching a video by Jimmy High Roller.
Bro, come on,
to
Brandon,
see,
please.
using stats to see who was the most relatable to Michael Jordan. Can't wait to watch that. This is gonna be the next video. As Rice Gum, uh-oh. What's with these fucking ass? Come on, Rice, kick his ass. Yeah, Rice looks like he's about to win this game. Oh, damn. Here's Browatis. Damn, this is so overhyped, dude. This is like high-key a good match right here. Who's expecting this? Rice Gum against Browatis. Browatis, oh shit. Trying to cross his butt cheeks off. Browatis the layup. Oh yeah! I mean, oh no! I'm cheering for Rice Gum. Why am I like the only one that probably cheer for Rice Gum in this?
I never see someone bigger than me do that. I never seen someone bigger than me do that.
What? Then you don't play fucking competition if you think Rice Gum's bigger than you. Holy shit.
Yay! Let's go!
Did you just like game? Are you fucking retarded? He's down 2. But in this case, you have to shoot a 3 to tie the game. What the fuck is that? Shit, it's down to 1.
Right now it's over, trust me.
A 3 could actually give him the lead here. I'm just the background commentator today, boys. Alright. Brandon, aka Browatis, to a fadeaway game winner. It's not really a game winner. I don't know what they're going to. Watch them just casually win the game and I don't even know. I don't even know what they're going to. I'm pretty sure they're going to 15 or 21 or something. If they're not going to 15, they're for sure going to 21. They're definitely going to 15. Oh, hell no. Oh, shit. Rice. That's a foul. If you're getting bodied by Rice, don't even, I don't know why you think Cash is a competition at this point.
Damn. I should have hit that 3.
Oh.
Ryan's over there taking a...
Wow,
Rice
Pittsburgh's
has
taking
12.
this.
I have 11. If he scores, he wins.
Oh shit, really? They're going to 13? What kind of fucking dumbass goes to 13 in a 1v1 setting?
Afterwards.
1s and 2s. Only Browatis would do that. He's like, I propose you go to 13. Oh, please score, please score. Yes! Let's go!
I'm undefeated, baby.
Hey!
I don't know why I doubt myself. I do
Alright,
not know
Rice
why.
Gum. Good shit.
$100 Frazier. I need that percentage. You guys know me about contracts. Good, hey, good game, man.
Hey, that was a
That's
good
definitely-
game.
Frazier, $100.
It's okay, bro.
Who's next? Whoa, hold on. Who's next? The hardest one yet, bro.
Hey,
I was shook, and then late
So he's
game,
saying
I was
Will
shook,
Waters
but
is
it's in my
better than
veins. Clutch up.
Fuck no.
I gotta give it to Rice.
He's just being
I
a
knew
big
he could play,
smash.
but he really showed up today. I thought he was a shooter. He didn't do no shooting today. It was all boom. But hey, good game, Rice. Good job, man. Good job.
I was so nervous.
Great game, great competition. Two great basketball players right
I
here.
can't be happy after L. I'm pissed. I'm not gonna
Papa
lie.
Rock, Henny, Papa Rock, celebrations, bro.
Yeah, you
Guys,
got
nah,
some
dude, I can't do it. Wait, hold up.
Whoa, it disappeared.
Dude, that was a crazy
The only reason
game,
I'm
man.
watching
I
this
give it
video
up for
from
Brandon, though.
Waters
He
is
still
the
played
one
really good.
obviously.
Bryce came out top. I lost $100.
I give credit where credit is due. Rice outplayed me. He beat me, so I can't be mad. But
That camera looks sick. Yeah, he's mad.
Be mad,
It's a
but
fucking t-shirt.
hey, Rice, where's? Oh, you got a text her from my phone. So
What do I say, guys? What do I say? Help me.
okay, I'll get my phone. I'll get my phone. You guys talk about what he should text Jack.
Come over. I come over. I miss you, baby. No, I don't know. What do we say? I don't know.
I'm a competitive person, so I'm pissed that I lost. I don't care. Anyone's gonna come up to me and be like, "Dude, you played so good. It was 13-11." Get the. No, I don't.
at least you didn't like get blown out.
I
That's
forgot
that's the
giving my
important part.
finger a
Hell's in hell.
blowjob
I'm
up there.
competitive. I don't like
That's
it.
tough.
You should put her on a contract, bro.
That's
She's
a
in
tough
a lot of my videos.
Alright, yeah, we don't give a fuck about this stupid shit. Alright. Using stats to determine who is the most comparable to MJ. We're gonna go to subscriptions right now. We're actually gonna go to the 2-hype one because the 2-hype one there's a lot less people I'm subscribed to. 2-hype. I'm not gonna show you my password online. Oh shit, I think I showed you my password on. Alright, this is it right here. Here we go.
If I asked you to pick a player who most closely resembles Michael Jordan in today's NBA, who would you pick? There's a few players that come to mind, and we can speculate and conjure up some solid answers. But what if there was a legitimate method to solving this age-old question?
That'd be dope.
What if we used numbers, data, and footage to get down to the bottom of this? The footwork, the shot selection, the defense, the tendencies, the play style, the skill sets. All things considered, who is truly the closest thing to Michael Jordan in today's league?
Oh, in today's
Well,
league. I thought it was overall.
Let's find out.
That's dope.
In my last video, we took a trip down memory lane and visited the story of Harold Miner, a talented
Miner.
player who came up in the early 90s and was one of many players who was thrusted into the category of next Michael Jordan. If you watch
Hey.
that video, you know how that story ends. Just like the others. And after doing
Yep,
days
tough.
of research regarding
That's
the
really
history
tough.
of Jordan-like players,
Harold Miner,
I stumbled
Eddie
onto
Jordan.
this.
Russell Westbrook. I can't say enough about this gentleman. I am truly a fan of his. If you can ever say, being that we're so many years apart, that when I watch him play, I see a lot of resemblance of his passion for the game of basketball, the way I play the game of basketball.
Of 450 active NBA players, Michael Jordan is on record saying that he thinks Russell Westbrook resembles him as a player more than anyone else. In fact, he's mentioned this on multiple occasions. MJ admires the man's game so much that you'd think he'd make him the face of his brand or something. Oh, yeah. There's no better
Westbrook really
source
out
than
here.
MJ himself. But I want to get down to the bottom of this in a way that goes beyond the eye test. I want to know whose play style is most similar to Jordan. Who has the most similar skill set? Who shoots the same shots and gets the same results as Jordan did? I don't want to know whose greatness resembles MJ's. We already get blasted with those lists on a daily basis. This isn't a GOAT debate. I will spare you all of that. Instead, I ask, which NBA player do you watch and find yourself saying, that guy reminds me of Michael Jordan? Well, after spending 4 days scouring through hundreds, and hundreds of stat lines, shot charts, tracking numbers, film, combine measurements, anything and everything that was related to Jordan's game, I've finally come to a definitive conclusion on who that player is. Well, not exactly definitive, but about as close as we're gonna get.
Is that
So,
Pascal Siakam?
where do we start? On Basketball Reference, if you scroll way down near the bottom of a player's profile, you will see a section called Similarity Scores. This chart will show us players with careers that were similar to Jordan's in quality and shape. This should be a good place to start.
I like that.
Huh. Interesting. Well, this list is decent, besides the fact that it cites John Stockton, possibly the least similar player to Michael Jordan in the history of basketball, as a player who is extremely similar to Jordan. And it only features 2 current NBA players. But then again, this list was never intended for comparing style of play, so this won't be of any use. In fact, under the explanation of similarity scores, it literally says this method does not attempt to find players who were similar in style of play. So, disregard everything I've said over the last 60 seconds, and let's move on. In order to get the most accurate answer to this question, it's gonna take some work. A lot of work. So I compiled 20 key attributes from weight to the amount of dribbles they take, even the size of their hands, and then compared Jordan's numbers to those of 35 current NBA players that I feel have a game that in some way resembles MJ's. This wasn't easy. It took days, and now my head hurts.
So, height, weight, hand size, scoring, steals, blocks, all NBA defensive teams, shot selection, clutch, offensive play style, vertical leap, finishing ability, dribbling tendencies, demeanor, footwork, assists, rebounds, field goal percentage, accolades, winning. And these are the people who are still alive in this similar to MJ thing. Because why not? Make it fun. James Harden, Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, Luka Doncic, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, LeBron, obviously, Zach LaVine, Brandon Ingram, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Carmelo Anthony, Lou Williams, DeMar DeRozan, Chris Middleton, Jason Tatum, Pascal Siakam, Kemba Walker, Paul George, Donovan Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins, Steph Curry, Derrick Rose, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Drew Holiday, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Paul, John Morant, Victor Oladipo, D'Angelo Russell, Kelly Oubre, and CJ McCollum.
But it had to be done. So, before we begin, I want y'all to comment your prediction for the most similar player to Jordan in today's NBA.
Dude, I think it'd be Pascal Siakam. Why do I feel like it's Giannis?
Keep in mind, we won't assume the changes in...
Alright, so, out of these people, MJ's not really a three-point shooter. So you can definitely get the good three-point shooters out the way. I feel like D Rose at some points can actually resemble MJ. Because Derrick Rose usually drives to the basket, not a decent... DeMar DeRozan is the Michael Jordan of today's NBA. It's DeMar DeRozan. I swear to God if it's not DeMar DeRozan. Or CP3. It could be CP3. Or maybe Shai. I don't know. Probably not, though. Jaylen Brown, maybe? What if it's Jaylen Brown, bro? I don't know, man. We could see. Or it could be Brandon Ingram. Nah, he's probably third.
MJ would make to his game if he played basketball in 2020. We are strictly comparing every player based on how Jordan played back when he was in the league.
I would say
the
Westbrook
first attributes we ranked were height, weight, and hand size. Only the top 10 most similar players get points for each attribute. So, in terms of height, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Jaylen Brown, and Klay Thompson all got 10 points. And since there were 9 players that fell within 1 inch of MJ's height, they all tied for 5th and got 6 points each. For weight, Victor Oladipo and Devin Booker ended up on top, earning 10 points each. Now, one extremely important ingredient to MJ's dominance was something that many fans tend to overlook: the size of his hands. At just 6'6", MJ had hands around the average size for a man who is 7'9". His massive mitts were crucial to his ability to control his shot near the basket and, of course, do badass stuff like this. In terms of hand size, Kawhi was number 1 with hands just as big as Jordan's. Next, we looked at scoring, shot selection, and play style. Three of the most important
Yeah,
attributes
it's
in
gonna
this
be DeRozan,
experiment
isn't it?
with a score
Look
weighted
at
heavier
DeRozan
than
out
other
here.
attributes due
He's
to their
literally
relevance
DeRozan.
in MJ's game. In the category of scoring, LeBron finished on top, followed by Kevin Durant and James Harden. Jordan was a
It's definitely
master
not
of the
Harden,
mid-range
that's for sure.
jumper, a lost art in today's NBA. So for the attribute of shot selection, we looked at how often a player
Holy
attempted
shit,
a shot
DeRozan's
from mid-range
really out here.
distance. DeMar DeRozan, Chris Paul, and Kevin Durant came out on top here, followed by Kawhi Leonard. Next, we looked at offensive play style, which was a combination of a few different advanced stats, but basically demonstrates how a player chooses to operate on offense. DeRozan, Jimmy Butler, and Kawhi finished in the top 3 here. Next, we ranked players by their vertical leap, an aspect of MJ's game that helped him find success early on in his career. Zach LaVine, Andrew Wiggins,
Zach
and
LaVine.
Victor Oladipo finished on top in this category. But what is a vertical leap if you can't finish at the rim? So next, we ranked players by their finishing ability. In his career, when attempting a shot within 3 feet from the basket, Jordan had a field goal percentage of 68%. Klay Thompson,
That's it.
Kawhi Leonard, and Bradley Beal were the most similar to MJ in this facet of the game. But in some respects, taking a specific shot is less important than what
I'm
a player
really
does
curious
leading
as to
up to the shot.
who he compares
So
to
we
MJ
took a look at how many dribbles MJ took before attempting a jump
Well,
shot.
who's comparable
Michael
to
Jordan
MJ
was
today,
a
yeah.
super efficient player and wasted no moves on his way to a bucket, so most of his jumpers came off of 2 dribbles. When it comes to this specific style of play, Andrew Wiggins, Carmelo Anthony, and Jimmy Butler are the most similar to MJ. But the detailed, nuanced stats do not end there. MJ's most defining trait was his ability to be clutch when it mattered most. So to gather information on the clutch attribute, I took a look at each player's shooting percentage in clutch
Levine,
moments.
possibly?
To do
Rose?
this, I used a website called Unpredictable, a uniquely informative site that covers a variation of advanced stats, including clutch shooting.
That's
This
insane.
site defines any game with less than 2 minutes remaining when the game is separated by 4 points or less as the most clutch moments in the game. But we took this one step further and only included clutch shooting in the playoffs. And when it comes to being clutch when it matters most, no current NBA
Kawhi.
player does it better than Kawhi Leonard, followed by Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler. This attribute was also heavily weighted. But one of the more understated aspects of Jordan's game was his defense. A lot of players can go out and get you 30 points, but not many can be the best defensive force on the court while dropping 30 a game. So to factor this in, I took a look at steals, blocks, and all NBA defensive team selections. And again, these aren't the best reference points for finding a player's defensive value, but what these numbers will do is get us closer to finding players with similar defensive tendencies to Jordan. And as I mentioned, many advanced metrics are not available for Jordan's early years, so this is the best we've got. Chris Paul, Kawhi, and Westbrook are most similar to Jordan in the steals department. LeBron, Tatum, Siakam, and Kawhi are most similar to Jordan when it comes to blocks, which is interesting considering all of those players are forwards and have a few inches on MJ. And for all NBA defensive team selections, Chris Paul is most Jordan-like, followed by LeBron and Kawhi. Now these next 2 attributes are 2 of the most distinct features of Jordan's game, but also 2 attributes that are tough to quantify: footwork and demeanor. So for these 2 attributes, I took the liberty of just grading them based on what I've seen. Not the most reliable method, but it's my video. And who's gonna stop me? When it comes to footwork, I ranked DeMar DeRozan as most similar to MJ, followed by Jason Tatum and Kawhi Leonard. And in terms of Jordan's demeanor, I think of a player who can lead a team, doesn't shy away from big moments, and demands respect from his peers. So here, I had Jimmy Butler, Chris Paul, and Damian Lillard.
that?
These 2 attributes are by far the most subjective aspects of this entire experiment, but I felt that we had to acknowledge them to really get the most insight. For example, Kawhi Leonard plays a lot like MJ, but acts nothing like him. This is important and must be accounted for. Next, I factored in assists, rebounds, and field goal percentage. 3 relatively broad statistics, but more important information nonetheless. D'Angelo Russell averages the same exact number of assists as MJ did, followed by Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose. Kawhi, Paul George, and Melo were most like Jordan in the rebounding department, which, just like blocks, is heavily represented by forwards. In fact, only 2 of the 10 most similar players in this category are guards, which goes to show that Jordan was not only versatile, but that he played much bigger than he actually was. And in terms of field goal percentage, KD, John Morant, and Kawhi finished
I'm
top
pretty sure they
3.
may compare.
But what are all of these numbers if a player can't lead his team to a win and find success on the way? So the last two categories we looked at were winning contributions and accolades. For winning contributions, we simply looked at players with the closest win shares per 48 to Michael Jordan, which were Chris Paul, LeBron James, and James Harden. In the category of accolades, when you combine championships, finals MVPs, regular season MVPs, all-star selections, all-NBA selections, defensive player of the year awards, rookie of the year awards, and scoring titles, MJ racked up a whopping 53 awards throughout his career, which makes LeBron the closest player to MJ in this category, followed by Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. And that concludes the ranking of all 20 key attributes. So, who came out as the closest descendant of Michael Jordan? Well, there's two ways you can answer that question. If we want to approach the answer strictly based off of play style, their shot selection, where they work on offense, their specific skill sets, then here are the top 10 current NBA players that most resemble MJ.
Damn, I was right.
With DeMar DeRozan topping the list, followed by Kawhi Leonard and Andrew Wiggins. Now this list is factoring in the amount of dribbles they took before getting a shot up, their ability to finish at the rim, footwork, offensive play style, shot selection, and steals. This has nothing to do with greatness. And if you ask me, this list is actually really accurate. When I think of players that remind me of Jordan, these are the players that come to mind. In fact, DeRozan has always been regarded as an MJ clone. Minus the rings and the overwhelming dominance, of course. If you watch DeRozan operate, it's strikingly similar to the way Michael Jordan did. A few years back, this guy had a pretty interesting tweet that sent basketball fans into a frenzy. I'm not saying he's correct, but when it comes to strictly style of play, this guy makes a good point. DeRozan plays like an athletic mid-range sniper from 1994 who jumped into a time machine and popped out in 2020 wearing a Spurs jersey. This comparison makes sense, and according to the numbers, it's extremely accurate. But remember, we aren't looking for a player that just plays like MJ. We want to know who is the closest thing to Michael Jordan since Michael Jordan. Who can win like him? Who can get a bucket at will like Jordan, but also can do it in the same fashion? Lock a player down for 40 minutes, but also break a defender down and hit the game-winning shots. Well, after crunching the numbers, here are the most similar players to MJ in today's NBA. From crafty point guards to overpowering forwards, no other player in the NBA emulates MJ's game more than LeBron James. A player that has been compared to MJ his entire career, and despite a style of play that appears to be nothing like his, actually possesses a game that is remarkably similar. Wait, I think we're forgetting one player.
DeMar DeRozan.
Oh yeah,
Kawhi.
there he is. With a similarity score that dwarfs every other current NBA player, Kawhi Leonard is by far...
Dude, I just realized, like, that must have been the biggest blockbuster trade, like, low-key, because DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi Leonard traded for each other in 2018, which is insane.
Whoops. The most similar player to Michael Jordan in today's NBA. Only 5 players cracked a score of 70. Kawhi Leonard has a ridiculous similarity score of 135.5. So if Kawhi reminds you of MJ, there's a good reason. In fact, of the 20 key attributes we took into consideration, Kawhi finished top 3 in 8 of them and top 10 in 15 different attributes. The shots, the defense, the efficiency, the versatility, the moves they use to create on offense, the ability to step up in the clutch, the lack of any weaknesses on both sides of the ball. The similarities are uncanny in many ways. Now, let's take a closer look at this list. Russell Westbrook, a man that Michael Jordan says reminds him most of himself, finished 12th in terms of his similarities to MJ. Zach LaVine, a player that I believe has many similarities to MJ, finished 24th on this list. Donovan Mitchell is another player that reminds me of a young Jordan, and yet he almost had nothing in common with him. But if we take a look at the top 10, it seems that our method of narrowing down an MJ clone was very effective.
like
From
it.
spots 10 to 1, the similarities to MJ increase with each player. James Harden reminds us of MJ more than Melo does. Jason Tatum is more similar to MJ than Harden is, and so on. Andrew Wiggins came in at 7th, and I think he might be the biggest sleeper pick in this whole experiment. Although mentally he is the polar opposite of Jordan, their playstyles and skill sets are extremely similar. Although DeMar DeRozan plays most like Jordan, his lack of elite defense and overall production results in him slipping down to 4th in the overall similarity ranking. At one point, Jimmy Butler was speculated to be Jordan's biological son, so his 3rd place finish should come to no surprise. Not only are their games similar, but Jimmy seems to be one of few players that has carried that Jordan mentality into 2020. And with the most surprising finish of all, in my opinion, LeBron coming in at 2nd. A player that seems to have very little in common with MJ's game, and yet after ranking 35 players across 20 different attributes, he finishes behind just one player. But when you think about LeBron's career as a whole, the similarities between him and Jordan are all there. Early on, he was an extremely quick, athletic wing who could get to the rim at will and played elite defense. As he's gotten older, he tends to turn his back to the basket more often. His mid-range and post-up game have been refined, and he doesn't rely solely on extreme production to get the job done. As a whole, his career arc has played out very similar to Mike's. So there you have it. Your current Jordan-like players. From the guys who have almost nothing in common with MJ, to a player that radiates Jordan vibes every time he steps on the court. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How did your prediction pan out, and do you feel that these results are accurate? Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and as always, until next time.
We all want to connect with others through our writing.
I'm actually going to watch the
Grammarly.
Kawhi Leonard playoff highlights. Probably my favorite playoff run was the Raptors in 2019. Alright, Jimmy High Roller, appreciate the freaking content. Keep it going, keep grinding. Alright. Kawhi Leonard 2019 playoff highlights. I love this. House of highlights. I love this. Let's get it.
A little bass in your voice when you mentioned that the Nets got that W today. You had a little bass in your voice.
Leonard adding some bass to the rim after January 31st.
Get it, Leonard.
Leonard whittling inside, finishes at the foul. Leonard with swagger in his gait, trying to untie it. He does.
That's the thing as a young player. He's taken 3 shots, and they've all been threes as opposed to maybe putting it on the ground and getting it. Great read by Gasol there.
Raptors' second best record in the league behind only. As Leonard bringing this Magic defense to its knees tonight.
He's had all night.
Vucevic intercepted, gets who? Leonard is everywhere.
They don't have those guys that are yet built for the postseason that can have success when it gets harder. Although that was pretty easy right there for Kawhi.
Gordon now taking his turn on Leonard. Leonard, 31 points. Pulls up from deep. Got it! Crowd wanted a foul, as you might expect from the partisans in this building. Leonard on the drive and the jam.
Yeah, Kawhi.
5 seconds is what they have to get this shot off.
Ross had that one deflected by Gasol. Look at Kawhi Leonard taking the bump and scoring. Gordon spinning and stripped by Gasol. Hit the deck very hard. Leonard spinning at the other end past Augustine.
Kawhi says today he feels fine. Everyone in the organization said he's got no problems. So far 0 for 1. Make that 1 for 2.
Jared, he looked pretty good on that drive. So tonight, Zach Zarmer, long-lost brothers. As here comes Leonard down the paint. Going glass again. Right through the teeth of the defense.
They always like to bounce back after a bad performance. Flu-like symptoms or not, there's another deflection and steal.
Leonard! Look at the footwork. 3 straight baskets for the Raptors. Their lead at 9. Vucevic, pretty spin. Blocked inside. It's Leonard.
Boy, Steve Clifford screaming for a goaltend.
It looked like he was going to bank that in, and it almost seemed like I got there just in time.
Leonard fading away, puts it down again.
You know, that is unacceptable in the postseason.
Gray the steal. Finds the trailing Lowry, and then Leonard. It is all Raptors here in Orlando.
The kind of passion that Jordan is playing with from everybody else.
Leonard again, and he's fouled.
This guy is something else.
By Burks. This is a room due on the run out. Leonard is back, and he turns him back.
Damn, Kawhi.
Leonard doubled Lowry
Yeah, this
in
is
the
what they're
corner.
doing now.
Free, air ball scooped up. Kawhi and one. The Raptors have come out with sheer force and dominance.
Right in front of the Orlando bench. I thought it was off of Gasol's leg. 25 for Leonard.
In and out, Gasol bats it over to Green.
And when you got a guy like Gasol that can pass it again.
The claw with the catch, and then the throwdown.
And what a pass by Lowry.
Like a mini Giannis.
He's a freight train in the open floor.
7-0 burst by Philly. Leonard in for the rock attack. I think Toronto is comfortable with Embiid shooting from the outside and settling at times. Leonard squares, connects.
Able to get the friendly bounce.
And that's the third Philly turnover. Backdoor! Big finish! Kawhi Leonard on a perfect setup by Lowry.
Gets the opportunity against Leonard.
On an island. Leonard. Marjanovic ranged over, but it's one-on-one. It's a fade, and he makes it look so easy. Leonard looking to weave his way. He does. Beautiful spin! Kawhi Leonard! That they could get some others involved here with Philadelphia, Roz. Leonard gets inside, and it's just effortless right now for Kawhi Leonard. Rebounding numbers in favor of Philly, 31-20. Denied! Kawhi Leonard! The rejection! Siakam! A spicy pea slam!
Said he wanted to play more in this second round.
Oh, I remember the Raptors are going to involve him in a lot of...
Kawhi from the corner. 39 for Leonard.
Leonard, the closeout by Harris. Leonard turns. Oh, ridiculous! Kawhi Leonard has it stuck on automatic.
They had that entire free throw line covered. He couldn't turn the corner.
Contested. Leonard sticks it.
And you'll live with that, though.
Toronto's lowest scoring point total in a quarter in the playoffs, 16. Oh, Leonard with the scoop to the hoop. Kawhi Leonard. Van Vliet there defensively. And he lost it. 3-on-1 developing. Lowry gives it up. Leonard! Big finish! Leonard against Simmons. Little fender, and the fadeaway is smooth.
I'll tell you what, that was a really difficult shot.
Siakam, Philly gets back defensively. Get it inside, Gasol. Leonard, the throwdown.
Good matchup here. Shot clock at 3. It's good.
Alright, I'm done on here. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream.